Welcome to the Sunday edition of the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. Georgie, we're 6 days away from the Santa Anita Derby, and boy, do we have an all-star cast today with us.
Oh, man, We got a great lineup here. We got a couple of stars. We got Ellis Starr and the Lord of the Dance.
You couldn't see my feet. They were all over the place. It was perfect.
George, you had a terrific morning already. Before we get started, you had a couple hits live on KTLA going over all the events going on, huh?
We got so many great events. I was able to be in the infield, and there was, the barbecue championships are going on right now, plus the great Santa Anita Park Spring Carnival, the rides. Michelle Yu, her daughter went down the giant slide, and she beat Megan at the shooting water into something. She won a prize. It's so much fun, and it's going to be from now till the 17th. We got the barbecue championships this week, of course, the Run Happy Santa Anita Derby next week, and then the Easter egg hunt on the final weekend. So go to santanita.com/events for all the details. It is so much fun.
You guys, you won't believe this, and it didn't quite work out, but yesterday Bill Murray was out at the barbecue. Right. And I went to go pick him up to take him around some. One of his buddies owns one of the barbecue companies, and he was out there. I'm not joking. And he was in the trailer eating barbecue and was going to come out later. We never actually hooked up with him, but none other than Bill Murray was enjoying the barbecue in the infield at Santa Anita yesterday.
It was a Cinderella story, young greenskeeper coming out and eating with the people, and it was very exciting, very exciting.
Excellent.
Unless nobody gets that. That was of course Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
Yeah, Gunga La Gunga. And I said, "Hey, Llama, how about something for the effort?" And he said, "No money, but you will have on your deathbed total consciousness."
So at least he had that going for him. Yeah, exactly.
Which is nice. One of my favorite people.
Tappy, the card today is actually pretty good for a Sunday. I thought it was an excellent card. So
yesterday's card was good, full field yesterday, and of course we are counting down till next weekend. Saturday should be massive. Can't wait.
Yeah, I saw all the Derby preps. It was very exciting. Ellis, what did you think of the Derby preps?
Oh, well, first of all, even though I love Santa Anita,
right around the corner.
6 days. Yep, Friday, and then the Bluegrass on Saturday. So Bluegrass, Wood, and the Santa Anita. The Derby preps were really interesting. No huge surprises. Secret Oath basically made this fantastic move, as everybody that watched the race would have seen, going from last to second about the quarter pole, and then kind of hung, and Cyberknife cut through, saved ground, and can't believe he was 5-1. I mean, it looked like a 2-horse race on paper. Definitely a horse. Wide Barrio keeps on winning.
Yeah.
Just putting him out, and Tis the Bomb, and Tis the Bomb, the horse running on the Tapeta, as we all know, it doesn't really transfer to Derby. I sure hope they go to turf, but they might just say, "Hey, let's go." Of course, that means only 19 horses to worry about in the Derby, because I'll be tossing him out immediately.
Did Secret Oath do enough to earn a berth in the Derby?
Yes, no. Lucas said they're going to go to the Oaks, so it's a done deal. She proved everything she wanted. They proved everything they wanted to prove. It makes for, I think, the Oaks might have more buzz than Derby now when you talk about Echo Zulu and Secret Oath and Kathleen O, who won the Gulfstream Park Oaks impressively yesterday.
Impressive.
It's going to be a phenomenal race. Did I hear Peter kind of groan when I talked about throwing out Tapeta horses in the Derby?
No. I wasn't really groaning. I was just saying, wow, let's alert the media that you have thrown him out or thrown her out. But no, I completely agree with you. Him out. Tapeta is just not. I just don't get it. I think the Triple Crown races should be contested on the dirt. It's taking nothing away from Turfway. I think that it's a great place, and a lot of people enjoy it. But it just doesn't make sense. It's like saying I think kind of where Ellis is getting into, it would be like saying there's a 3-year-old turf race that we're going to make an automatic qualifier to the Derby. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I think that's about what I was getting at.
I agree. I'm not discounting Capita, and I love Kenny McPeak. The horse is fantastic on the grass. Proved himself last year in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Proved himself yesterday. I mean, just dominated that race. But except for Animal Kingdom, who had run on dirt before the win in the Bluegrass in the Jeff Ruby, which was the Spiral back then, I think. It just doesn't the form just doesn't transfer to dirt.
There were some interesting races yesterday that we all watched quite intently. So, but it's contest time, Georgie. So, by the way, it looks like there are some. I don't know if you guys know. I just got the changes handed to me. Would you like?
Jockeys are out. A couple of jockeys.
Yeah, it looks like Edwin Maldonado and Chris Amy are off all mounts.
Yes.
So, but we only have a couple of scratches. Let's see.
Three
race
scratches.
Race 6, the 11 is out. Sir Flatter. Race 8, the 2 Noble Reflection is out. That's a big scratch. And race 9, the 7 Bender is out, which is another key scratch, actually. So if you guys had any of those in your picks, adjust accordingly. Georgie?
Adjust accordingly. All right, well, let's kick it off. Let's go to my man who's got beautiful greyhounds as pets and just fantastic, wonderful, loving animals. There's a picture right behind them right there. There's a beautiful greyhound. And hopefully we're going to get out like a greyhound. Look at that. Ooh, Derby Lane. I've been there. And there's another one reading the newspaper. I love it. All right.
That was, by the way, that photo right there you see of Secretariat in the 51 or 31 lengths. That was purchased a number of years ago. I overpaid about 3-4 years ago when the PDGAF came to Santa Anita.
Wow.
And they were having a silent auction. And everyone said, "Why did you pay that much money?" I said, "Because it's for the PDGAF." And that was a big deal. So all I can say is if you get a chance, you should donate with both fists to the PDJF. Give an opportunity to a lot of individuals who really need help right now.
Yeah, no question.
Doubt. Well said, buddy. Well said.
Now that I brought everybody down, let's go
with that. All right, you got $100 win bet. Where are you going with your $100 win bet and why?
Okay, well, I'm going to start with the exact. I'm kidding. We did this last time.
You did that last time.
I took over the show. And
the Lord of the Dance. The Lord of the Dance dances to his own drummer. Beat his own drum.
I don't listen to you people. Yes, I do. All right. So 9th race, mile and 1/8 on the turf. Starter 50. Which one of you is coughing up a lung? All right, go ahead, Joe. Get it in.
Sorry.
One more. One more.
Good.
Go ahead.
Good.
You sure? You don't want to do a little?
Wow, he's ripping on his teammate, George.
No, just trying to get it done for him. Okay, race number 9. I'm going to go $100 to win on the 5 horse here. Put on my eyes. Street Ruckus. Ruckus has got speed. Ruckus was a winner last time out for optional 50. I know it was on the dirt, but also was a very tough beat. Mile and 1/8 2-back on February 18th and was a winner on January 14th, the Maiden Breaker. What this is telling me is this horse can do whatever the heck he wants to. He's a 4-year-old son of Street Boss. I think, at least from what I can see here, there could be some horses going with him. Rosenquist, the one might. But if he does that rail trip, I think Street Ruckus will sit off of him. Juan Hernandez is the guy that I think is going to get the lion's share of the wins with the soon-to-be departed Flavion Pratt and Umberto Rispoli. What can I tell you about Vladimir Serin? It's always in punching in bunches, and right now he's hitting at 32% at the current meet, 36% on the year as a whole. The guy can't lose. So I'm going to take a shot, 5-2, $100 to win. I have a feeling he's probably going to get bet down, but I don't care. Last time we did this, I tried prices, and it got me nowhere. So here we go, 100 to win on the 5. Street Ruckus in race 9.
All right. With Bender out, certainly Street Ruckus looks a little bit better. It's got to beat La La Land, and we're coming to you from La La Land. 100 to win on number 5, Street Ruckus. Happy?
I was on a Bender last night, but that's a different story. How about you, Ellis? Where's your $100 win bet and why?
I'm going real chalky because I don't want to win on a tiebreaker. So I'm going to race 8 with Proverb, especially Baltus had 2. And we know what they always say.
Why run 2?
Then
When
one will do.
Yes. Proverb is the Baltus for Peter. Pratt, rail at a mile, 59 flat work since raced off a couple months. Love the freshening because he won November 4th, January 28th, coming back again off almost identical layoff, just slightly up in class. Added blinkers 2 back. That win came at Santa Anita. Everything looks the same. Huge 96 Echo base speed figure. Proverb is the $100 win bet in race 8.
Okay, so the Elder Baltus scratches to make sure this race goes, and then we will be praying for Proverb to get in at a low price. But we'll eat the chalk, George. We just want to win and move on.
I love it. All right. Yeah, because, taking favorites in this guarantees we won't need the tiebreaker when you get favorites, right?
Never. No, I mean,
yeah, favorites always win.
Especially with these seasoned veterans, there's no chance.
Statistically, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you listening on a year calendar basis, favorites lose 7 of 10 starts. It may not happen today. There could be 9 favorites in the row, but I just want you to remember from January 1st to December 31st, it doesn't change. 30% of the horses that come out there will win. That means 77 of the 10 are favorites will lose. So just putting it out there.
Yeah, no, we had 1 week where we had like 3 to 5 shot. Another guy bet a 4 to 5 shot. Chalk, and we were like, "There's no way we're gonna need a tiebreaker," and they all whiffed. It was crazy. All right, let's see what happens. We're not gonna whiff today. We're gonna beat Ellis. We're gonna take this down. You got an exacta to work with, $100 ice cold or a boxer apart. What are you doing with it?
Well, that was some hardcore trash talking. That was really just horrific. We got to work on that, Georgie. We got to work on that.
Okay.
Follow it with like, oh yeah, Ellis. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Exacta. All right. So then I'll go to the daily double. Because the Lord of the Dance does not dance for anyone else but the Lord. Okay. The 8th race on the card, which Ellis just so succinctly put. I do agree with him. I almost went 100 on the bet, but I think this horse is going to go on odds on Proverb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in a $50 exacta box. I almost cold decked it, but I'm not going to for the sake of the exercise. I'll take Proverb on top. Every reason he said. I like the way the horse looked last time. 40s and 50s, yes, it's a jump up in class. However, I always encourage people to look at your condition book if you play a track on a regular basis. And for the most part, with the racing office, they may offer a 40 going a mile in one book, and then the next book they go, yeah, let's make it a 50. So in these kind of games, I'm sure Richie came up and said, look, we can sit and wait, or we can just move up to the 50. Chances are it's going to be pretty much the same group they're going with. So I agree with him. I think Proverb is the most likely winner. I'm going to put Hold the Loot as an exacta for Steve Knapp. Knapp's having an okay meet. This horse, throw out that optional 50 last time out, just too tough. The last 2 races were optional 50. You bring this horse down to a much more realistic spot. I think a 50 starter makes a lot more sense going against the 40 group, and this horse was running quite well, and again gets the hot hand of Juan Hernandez. So my exacta, $50 exacta box, Proverb, and Holding the Loot, looking together. All I can say is if it works, great.
All right, we got the bookends in race number 8 and an exacta box, Chappie.
All right, Dallas, if you win today and you beat the Lord of the Dance, you will be invited to Dancing with the Stars next year. So where are we heading with our exacta and why?
We're going to race 7. And Peter made a great point about condition books, reading conditions of a race. So this race is a starter allowance optional claimer for horses that have started for 50,000 or less and never won 2 or optional 50. And I happen to notice that both the 1 and the 2 had never been in for a claiming price, were ineligible for this race until that last race on February 25th, won by Froze, in which Summer Day ran second, beaten ahead, No Harder ran third. That made them eligible for this, and now they don't have to be. They're claim proof here on out, at least at this level. And that's an example of trainers getting lucky. Of course, nobody claimed the horse. These horses both ran in strictly, they booked their maiden in straight maiden. They ran okay in allowance, fourth and fifth for Summer Daisy, and fourth, ninth, and seventh for Noble Hearted. And so I think they stand out. I think the other favorites are Vulnerable, Beachgrass, who won at this non-winners of 2-starter level. Just, I wasn't really impressed. I don't think the kind of horse can win back to back. Witch Moon, who won a maiden 50. It's a big jump up, even though these are also just non-winners of 2, basically. But that's still a jump because Noble Hearted and Summer Daisy both faced winners. So Summer Daisy is 6-5 morning line, which I think is a little low. I wouldn't touch it, but for the exacta, we'll do that. I mean, look, last time I was on, we got a exact of 8-1 and I think 8-5 or 6-1 and 8-5, and I paid $25 for a buck. First time I've been over the 1,000, so I was really happy for our charity and for me for actually having a price for once. And so this one might pay hopefully $30, $25, $20, and so I'm going a $50 exacta box 1-2.
I love it. That's how you read the conditions, George. And it's the details that matter in this. And that's why Ellis Starr and I will be moving on. And the Lord of the Dance will be sitting on the sidelines.
Man, there's some smack, talking some smack right back.
Say something angry, George, in Spanish at him. Go.
Mira que tú siempre estás molestando, caramba.
Simón. Órale.
The Lord of the Dance will pirouette right out of the winner's circle.
Aye. All right. Anyway. T.S. Mio.
Georgie.
All right, we got the day. It's daily double time. Ding, 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 ding. Where are we going with your daily double, Pete?
I just wanted to mention, even though he's been very cruel to me today, if you haven't noticed between Chappie and I, same Z's.
Yeah.
Same Z's.
Yeah.
All right.
Other than the hair, we almost look identical.
Yes, we do. You know,
Twin brothers.
I'm better looking, but what can I tell you? All right. Anyway, $50 double. I'm going to single in the first race. Teddy's Barino. I think this horse has proven 6 furlongs on the turf. Maiden Breaker did it pretty easy against the Calbrids. They decided to try the Fleet Treat on the dirt. They were not embarrassed. Second best. This horse has speed. I know he's got to face some other speed, but they're going down the hillside. I think this one is going to roll. Flavion needs to end on a high note here before he goes off to the east. I think Teddy's Barino is a single in the first leg. Second race, I'm going to go that 5.5 open 20 group. I'm not going to get too creative here. I'm just going to go with the one Scream and Shout and the 2 Busy Painter. They're going to complement each other well. I think Busy Painter will make the lead. Whether they can hold it, this horse is very popular at the claiming box. 3 races in a row. I would love to have seen somebody reclaim, but they did not. By the way, as far as Brisnet, as far as the DRF is concerned, I really feel, if you guys are listening, and I hope you are, I feel that in claiming races, you need to mention how many claims were in for the horse, because there's a lot of folks out there that will say, you know what, Steve Knapp didn't go back in for that horse. Aha, you don't know that. He might have gone in. He might have gone in all 3 of them and finally got the horse. So that was too complicated. But I think they should be able to put on the claim, maybe a little number in the ellipses saying 8, 9, 10, 35. So we know how many people were in for that claim. I just putting it out there. But yeah, so I think Scream and Shout, I mean, comes off a nice win for 12-5, now winners of 2. Obviously, this is a double jump, big one for Jeffrey Metz. These levels, I think Metz makes a lot of sense. He's got a lot of horses, as we know, over at Emerald Downs during the summer. He runs a lot in big numbers over at Turf Paradise. He's still looking for his first winner here at the Mate, but I think he's a very good horseman. So again, I'm going to take the 2 in the first race, Teddy's Marino in a double. Give me Scream and Shout, all you Beatles fans, and Busy Painter, the 1 and the 2 on the other end of the double. Done.
All right, beautiful. Lord of the Dance with that, going with that proverb. better safe than sorry. So he's going a pretty safe daily double there, and hopefully we'll get the money.
Lord of the dance doing. He's very confident. He's doing the shuffle. He's doing the pose.
Man.
I like it. All right, Ellis, get our game face. Look at him. He's too cocky over there. Where are we heading with our double and why, Ellis?
I'll leave the trash talking to you, Chappie, but I'm telling you, this is going to be go big, go big, go big, or go home. So I got my $100 win bet on Proverb, which gets me a couple hundred right there. And now the double's going to be Proverb in the 8th to 2 prices in the 9th. The 3 B Catcher and the 4 Ottawa Fire, 20-1, 12-1 morning line. And I'm not doing this, just taking shots. So B Catcher, first of all, Ricky Gonzalez just rode Rosenquist to a win, gets off to ride this horse. B Catcher has never run before for Dan Blacker, who's 5 for 15 at the meet. Blacker took this horse, or somebody took this horse at Gulfstream in January out of a win at 8.5 at the non-winners of 2 level. This is a straight starter, non-winners of 3, no claiming optional. The horse was 2-1 in 11-horse field that day. Came here at a mile, lacked room, then bumped and checked, and then steadied. 3 crappy races in a row. For whatever reason, Kyle Frey, who did ride Bender's now scratched, just had the horse in trouble. Don't understand. B Catcher back to that January 21st race, especially with some speed to set it up. Looks like a nice opportunity here to add something for the Blacker barn. And then Ottawa Fire, similarly, was claimed at Del Mar last November out of a win at the non-winners of 2 level. Came back, pressed the pace, just got an unusual ride from Ripley. The horse had pressed in the mile win from 4th to draw off, and then he had the horse up by half a length off and was just going backwards. And the last race, I don't know why they ran on dirt. Maybe they just couldn't find a race for the horse. Never on dirt before. Total toss out. That race back on November 21st got a 93 equibase speed figure. B Catcher's win at Gulfstream got a 94 figure. The horses in here likely to be favored. Bender was scratched 98. The horse that Peter bet, Streak Ruckus, a 94. So he's not that much faster than them. And these guys are prices. So if this double hits, even with a 2-5 in race 8, with 20-1, 12-1 race 9, we are going big.
I love it. It's called Go Big or Go Home, Lord of the Dance. And like the Cubs will be doing on opening day Thursday, we're swinging for the fences here in the 9th and final at 20-1, 12-1. Take that, the Lord of the Dance.
Let me see how I do this. I'm trying to give Ellis a fist bump. Ellis, fist bump. No. You're over here, Ellis. Other way.
There you go.
Bring it down.
Wonder Twin Powers activate.
Is that because I took a couple prices?
No, just because I respect you.
Oh, okay.
It's hard with these 2 knuckleheads. It's
the
ninth
race is going to be a key race, Chappie. It could come down to the 9th race there.
I love it.
3, 4, or 5 wins, that could be the difference.
More key. There was a barbecue yesterday, and did Michelle, you and I get any barbecue sent over from you guys? No, we didn't. That's very sad. But you have a chance to redeem yourself today, so it would be nice to get some barbecue sent over to the
See, Pete, when you're on air, you're very clean. You're all dressed up. We didn't want to get your hands messy or anything. George and I we got you some barbecue, and then we ended up eating it ourselves because we figured we were doing you a favor, so you didn't look sloppy on air.
You've still got a chance today to redeem yourself. So
what if they pull a fast one on you, Pete, and send you a bratwurst instead?
I would be glad to eat that. Cincinnati Reds Stadium. I forgot what it's called. Bank America Ballpark or American Bank Ballpark. The best bratwurst I've ever eaten, with the grilled veggies on it and that Cincinnati brown mustard. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I thought you were going to bring up Skyline Chili, which is absolutely horrible. But those Cincinnati people love that stuff. Yeah. I don't get it.
Like I said, I've already given my love to Cincinnati.
Just to your point, Chappie, I've been here over 20 years, and I've never once had Skyline Chili.
Well, you're not missing anything, Ellis. Let me tell you.
I'm getting nasty emails now. I'm sure.
I know. Yeah,
you're still alive.
All right.
I got to get Santa Anita.
Race 6.
Okay, real quick. Race 6 tiebreaker.
Yes,
take a peek at it for a second. We're not going to need this. There's no way. But this
I'm ready.
Just a formality.
Just a formality. See who goes first.
Race
6.
Ellis, you get to pick first.
I don't think we're going to need it. I think it's going to be a big one.
I am taking race 6, number 6, Big Scott Daddy.
All right.
I'll tell you why in a second if anybody cares, but it was because I think he's dropping in class. Yes.
He's dropping big time in class.
Big time. Yep.
We follow that horse for a while, Chappie, right?
I made a mint on him when he first ran first time out on opening day a couple years back. Yes. He's been a disappointment for that group. He hasn't won since, so that'll tell you something. But hopefully they'll get the money and run. Sluggo, Paymaster, good group there. Pete, Lord of the Dance.
Top selection for me. So now I got to go with my second choice. Well, I have to go with my second choice in the race now. So I guess I'll be going with the 8 Kimmer for Ryan Hansen. Broke the maiden here February 19th for maiden 30. Went right to the right spot to go in. Had not the greatest of trips. Third bet that day. Now they put the apprentice on, high flying Diego Herrera. I'm going to say then Kimmer to get the victory.
All right, tiebreaker, which we won't need, Tappy.
No shot.
In the books there.
Not even going to be close today. Not even going to be close today.
No,
One will blow out. One will blow out the other. That's my prediction.
Okay, I love it.
All right, Pete. You got any last comments from either of you gentlemen before we roll?
I want my barbecue. So go ahead, Ellis. What'd you say?
I just said good luck, Pete. That's my last comment.
Oh, you know what? Well, I say good luck to you, my friend. See, I'm trying to get the camera right. Good luck to you, my friend.
You're trying the fist bump again.
Fist bump again.
This is no. This is why he is the Uber capper. All right, so let's just go there.
This is becoming like a Matt Brady Bunch episode.
And that's why I am the Lord of the Dance.
All right, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Good luck. Let's have a good weekend. And next weekend, let's make it work. Thanks, guys.